interesting main event today. We've got Steven Richards versus William Regal.
Don't look at me, Steven Richards.
Is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing 230 pounds, Steven Richards.
Now we see that physically Steven Richards has showed up, but much like yourself on a week-to-week basis, we don't know if mentally Stevie Richards is really here.
Well, did I mention also that Chuck Palumbo had been on Heat a couple weeks ago? We talked about that.
Brother, live in the now. Live in the now. We're in the main event. Not 50 minutes ago.
From Blackpool, England, weighing 240 pounds, William Regal.
You a big William Regal fan?
Yeah, huge. Him and I see eye to eye all the time.
I note a hint of sarcasm in your voice. I love this music. It's nice to talk over. Don't you agree, Coach? Blah, 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 blah.
That's got to be the worst English accent I've ever heard.
You didn't have to yell, did you?
It's not getting any better.
So it's William Regal and Steven Richards, two athletes that Jonathan Coachman absolutely loves.
So my color commentary in this match should be priceless. It should be nails right on.
Well, your commentary is always right on, Coachman, and we're so privileged to have you here at the announce table. But, you know, Steven Richards isn't always right on. It seems like ever since he and Victoria parted ways many, many weeks ago, Steven Richards has not been the same man inside the ring. He's either thinking about someone else, he's yelling at the crowd, he's yelling at the referee. Anything and everything is on Steven Richards' mind except for his opponent in front of him. And today, that opponent is William Regal. And we've talked about William Regal's wrestling style. It's not exactly the traditional style. And Richards is going to have all he can handle here from William Regal. And once again, Steven Richards, well, we don't know what he's thinking here, but he doesn't want anything to do with William Regal right now.
You know, this should be very interesting. The Regal chant I can't figure out. But William Regal just recently was medically cleared to come back into the ring. But I really wonder if this is the smartest thing for this man to do after being away from the ring for so long. Obviously, this is what he wants. This is why he came back. Eric Bischoff giving him the chance, managing Eugene or watching after him, whatever you want to call it. Now he's got the opportunity. Let's see what he can do with it.
Well, I think William Regal is probably looking more forward to this match than he was on Raw a couple weeks ago when he was scheduled to face the Big Red Monster Kane.
That wasn't too much of a match now, was it?
It wasn't. It got brutal bad early.
I love to see Kane just rip people apart. You know, Kane and I are pretty good friends.
Kane doesn't have any friends.
We hang. We understand each other. We do.
You understand the Big Red Monster.
When you live in the world that me and Kane have to live in.
What world do you live in?
When everybody is afraid of you. When everybody wants a piece of you, then you start to understand people that live in the same world.
Is Triple H afraid of you?
No, Triple H is my main man. Triple H is my God. Well, Evolution, my team.
Well, what do you think then, if you know Kane so well, what is going to happen at Vengeance when he squares off against Matt Hardy in a no disqualification match?
Now, I know you haven't been around here for very long. What a shot.
This could be over early. Hold on.
One thing you don't realize is William Regal, despite the fact that I don't like him, is a very accomplished mat grappler, as we like to say.
And has a very unorthodox style as well.
He is technically very, very sound. Not a high flyer, not a great athlete, but very accomplished and a very, very tough athlete. Now, getting back to your point, we've seen Kane dismantle guys time after time after time. Matt Hardy has no idea what he is in for come this week at Vengeance.
Well, Kane obviously has the size advantage, strength, everything like that, but Matt Hardy is fighting from the heart. And as you know, it's not the size of the dog in the fight, Jonathan. It's the size of the fight and the dog.
If you ever call me Jonathan again, you'll see the fight in this dog. You understand what I'm saying?
Sorry, called you by your name. I apologize. Steven Richards in trouble. William Regal go for the win now.
You know, I can never understand. I had some buddies back home when I was in high school that, you know, I was with their young ladies, and I couldn't understand why they wanted to be with me more than their guys. Now, I never got anybody pregnant, but they always wanted to come after me and fight me. I could never figure that out, and they always lost. So I don't understand why Matt Hardy can't look in the mirror and say, listen, it's not my child anyway, and then I'm going to go in and get my
You
butt
don't
kicked.
know that. It could be Matt Hardy's child. It's 50-50.
Are we going to have a DNA test at Vengeance? Are we going to have the no disqualification match and then a DNA test?
I don't know. Stranger things have happened.
We just might.
You never know what to expect at Vengeance. Anything could happen. And William Regal now, look at him holding that left arm. Oh, What is this?
Now this I like. This I like. Rarely if ever do you see Steven Richards stop to smell the coffee. Stop to get a little bit cocky. Stop to show a little bit of attitude. Usually, he just stops to throw a hissy fit.
Well, right there he did. I think that was a Queen of England salute. And Steven Richards continuing to work that left arm of William Regal. And now the referee asking William Regal if he wants to give up.
We knew coming into this match was not going to be, how do I say it, poetry in motion. But we did know that it was going to be very competitive and a match that most people don't normally get to see.
Right, and right now William Regal has Steven Richards up, trying to do a roll-up here on Regal. 1, 2, one match we really haven't gotten into that much. Hold on. Big kick there from Richards. It's the Batista and Chris Jericho match. Another David and Goliath type story, much like Matt Hardy and Kane. Chris Jericho, well, Batista towers over Chris Jericho.
And the reason we haven't talked about this match is because I feel sorry for Chris Jericho. I didn't want to talk about what's going to happen to Y2J just a few days after he was beaten by Randy Orton. Batista is starting to come into his own. Batista is starting to become the man that everybody thought he could be when he joined Evolution. And I think that Chris Jericho is going to quickly realize that he is way out of his league when he's talking about Batista.
So what you're saying is Chris Jericho will be an easy step on the ladder to the top for Batista.
Mark my words. We'll be talking about this next week.
You make it seem so easy. You have all the answers, according to you.
Brother, why is that? Because I'm the coach. That's why. That's one thing you always seem to forget. Who you're sitting next to. The greatness you're sitting next to. Well, why don't you call this match and pay attention?
Well, viewers watching at home, Jonathan Coachman has already told you the results from Vengeance. We'll have a new World Heavyweight Champion. Oh, hold on. William Regal. No. The foot on the rope. Well, Steven Richards very smart. Oh, hold on. Chris Benoit will lose his World Heavyweight Championship.
Yes.
Randy Orton will retain.
Yes.
Batista will absolutely destroy Chris Jericho.
Yes.
And Kane will dismantle Matt Hardy like nothing we've ever seen before.
Seems pretty simple if you ask me. And then again, you did.
Well, right now, William Regal still in a bunch of pain as Steven Richards was almost beaten, but wisely put his foot on the rope. Do whatever it takes to win. And right now, Steven Richards thinks the key to his success is working that left arm of William Regal.
You got to believe that Regal is starting to wear it down. He certainly cannot have the in-ring wind, so to speak, to take down a Steven Richards. He hasn't been in the ring in a long time.
Boy, well, William Regal certainly has the experience factor and the edge over Steven Richards, and right now that's beginning to show as William Regal is shaking off the rust on that right arm. He's holding back the pain there with a back body drop on Steven Richards. And he wants more.
What in the world is that? Come on! I'll say you come on. Oh my God.
What happened to stopping to smell the roses? Letting everybody know what's going on. Hold on, this could do it. It does.
Well, that was a shot right to the temple.
A knee.
That can knock anybody out.
Your winner, William Regal.
You know, I'd love to stay and chat, but I got to go get ready for Vengeance. I got to get ready for the Diva Special. The coach is a busy man. I might see you next week. I might not. It all depends how I feel.
Well, thank you for gracing us with your presence
You're
this
very
afternoon.
welcome. You're
I
very
really
welcome.
appreciate it.
No problem.
Ladies and gentlemen, Vengeance is here, and what a main event it should be. Triple H, Chris Benoit for the World Heavyweight Championship. For Jonathan Coachman, I'm Todd Grisham. Thanks for watching Heat.